G'day amigos, Carlos Alberto Diego here from the Four Diegos, and welcome to the Four Diegos Hot Topic of the Week. With me is Warren Diego. Now Warren, Eddie McGuire during his interview with Frank Lowy on the weekend, I know we've pieced together a hot topic on Frank Lowy, but let's go another thing that Eddie McGuire, he actually turned around and called the Asian Cup in 2015 a lemon. That means it's a competition that's not worth anything, it's a competition that won't draw crowds, according to him, won't draw media, won't draw attention. I think it's a crop of garbage, to tell you the truth. What are your thoughts?
Oh, well, didn't Channel 9 actually host the Commonwealth Games? Now, there's a lemon of a competition, Eddie, if you actually... I'm sure you were up the front saying that the swimming was the greatest competition of all time. Asia is the fastest growing confederation in world football with the most influence. If you look at the fact that even though we didn't get a World Cup, they've hosted a number of World Cups. This is the third biggest competition in world football. Forget CONCACAF and, you know, all those other competitions outside the European Championships. In terms of the number of players and the number of fans and all that, it's the biggest competition in the world. We would host two snails crawling up a wall, Carlos, and for Eddie McGuire to say this, look, Eddie, we've got time for you. We've talked to you. You're mates of the Diegos, but stick to the topic and stick to what you know, and the Asian Cup is huge and will be great.
It will be great, and one of his arguments is it won't draw crowds. Now, I mean, you know, the number of yum chars Eddie's had, the number of kebabs he's had, listen, there's enough people out there to follow the teams that are coming, and Australians go to anything anyway. The Socceroo games will be sold out, and, of course, we've got the other games too. You know, the Japan game, the South Korea game, those sides are big sides with big followings.
People will travel to those games, and the expats, they will travel to wherever these games are played, whether it be Newcastle, whether it be Hindmarsh, whatever for the lower drawing teams. You'll find thousands of expats from all these countries who are all in Australia. You know, they might even... it'll be fantastic.
Can you imagine Lebanon qualifying, as they did last time? Lebanon qualifying for this 2015. How many... They'll pack that stadium out. And there's a lot of other smaller, countries that might be involved. They'll pack those stadiums out. The media will be there because Australia's playing in an internationally rated competition. And what it does also, the legacy it leaves for the country. We're always talking about inclusion. Sport and inclusion, the multicultural, diverse communities that are out there. This is a way for them to embrace Australia, to get involved, to feel part of it. And for Eddie to turn around and talk about this being a lemon, well, Eddie, if he was running it, he wouldn't be saying it. He's got vested interests, and that's why he's going down that track. It's small-minded and narrow-minded to say that, and I really believe that the Asian Cup will not only be a fantastic tournament, it'll also be something that will leave a fantastic legacy for Australia and also other countries throughout Asia, Middle East Asia, and other, Western and South Asia. It's going to be fantastic.
We celebrate rugby league competitions between three countries. We play international rules that's not even a game between two countries, and fans go to them. This will be packed out, and if they choose the right stadiums in the right parts of Australia, with the right populations of people, expats, they'll get people travelling, they'll get people going, it'll be huge, and we'll be there, Carlos, in hopefully some paid capacity.
Well, we haven't been paid for 20 years, so I'm not sure we're going to get paid then either after 25. But one more thing too, the AFL run a very interesting competition called the Multicultural Cup with international teams coming forward.
They promote that fairly big, don't they?
I'm not going to go down that track the way Eddie McGuire's gone down and call that a lemon, because I know the actual benefits that has for the communities that are involved, and also what it does for these countries to come over from overseas to play AFL football. They're no good at it, but what they do for their own communities here is fantastic. Now, the Asian Cup is going to be on a bigger scale, so I won't go and bag that multicultural international cup that the AFL, because I've seen the benefits. The Asian Cup, you multiply that by 100-fold, and that's the benefits our communities are going to get in Australia, plus all the other, links with Asia. And you talk about Asia, the Confederation being the fastest growing, but the business and the commercial aspects of Asia are the fastest growing in the world. The future is Asia, and we're part of it now. So, Eddie, you're wrong, mate. It's not a lemon. It's going to be fantastic.
Yep. And I know you'll be hosting the next Commonwealth Games on Surface Paradise, Eddie, but maybe Channel 9 should actually bid for the free-to-air rights in the Asian Cup, because they'll get a decent audience. It'll be worldwide, and you never know, you might get a gig hosting that as well.
Now you're stretching it. Channel 9 doing the Asian Cup, no chance at all. But anyway, that's our hot topic of the week from Warren and Carlos. Until next week,
Olé!